Our favorite DDD deck is one of those that just keeps on evolving and you keep finding different combos after you think you somehow learn everything there is to know about it. But little do we know there are some cards that we actually haven't really considered simply because we never see anybody else use them. I recently started summoning the Doom King Armageddons more often, like you're seeing in this short that I published earlier in the week. And it's been working out great. Dark Armageddon prevents all destruction, which is nice, and Bright Armageddon prevents targeting, which is great. Most of the meta cards nowadays kind of do that, except really for the branded deck, but that's a whole different story. I've actually been summoning DD Dog a lot more recently. Going back to summoning the 3 Doom Armageddons, there is a problem of follow-up. I mean, what do you do when you have all 3 of them on the field? And then suddenly your opponent actually ends up, plowing over your monsters with either Droplet or Dark Ruler No More or non-targeting banishment or removal. So I was thinking of how to recover from that. And then I remember a fun card called Dark Contract with the Yamimakai. This card has 2 effects you can choose from. Once per turn, during your standby phase, take 1000 damage. You can only use one of the following effects per turn and only once that turn. During your main phase, you can target 1 DD Pendulum monster in your graveyard, place it in your Pendulum zone, or you can choose to place 1 face-up DD Pendulum monster from your extra deck in your Pendulum zone. I first looked at this card as a good way to recover the board. It takes a DD or DDD card from the extra deck or graveyard and places it in our Pendulum zone. If a target is Laplace or Thomas, we are looking at getting back one of our monsters from the extra deck to either use as another scale or to pendulum summon from the hand. This gives us a shot at recovery. During my testing, I also found this combo. Check it out. As you can see, we end the board with Dark Armageddon and Bright Armageddon. Now they can't destroy our Pendulum monsters or target them. And we can use Deus Machinax's effect twice. Once because we get rid of Swamp King and then attached whatever monster to Deus, and then he's got 2 extra overlay units that he can use for a second attempt. All thanks to Dark Contract with the Yamimakai. There's a good chance we'll survive this turn with all 3 of our monsters, so let's see what happens when our turn comes along. We can use Deus Machinax's effect to become a Pendulum zone monster, activate its other effect to get another scale, summon Oblivion, summon another DDD, and then perform another Pendulum summon. If for whatever reason they have another wall themselves, then we can just summon Kali Yuga to get over it. So what do you guys think of Dark Contract with the Yamimakai? Do you think it's worth trying out at the very least, or maybe even maining? I know it's definitely going to sit in my main deck for a few games, maybe a few weeks, just to see how it goes. I've only barely tapped into the potential combos, but it definitely saved me, as you can see from the opening hand that I had there. It's a good recovery tool, it's a good extender, especially if you also run with the Valence World spell cards. Let me know in the comments below if you think this is worth it, or if you have other Dark Contracts or DD cards that you think are worth trying out. Take care, guys.